What is one responsibility that comes with Canadian citizenship? A. Voting in municipal elections. B. Serving on a jury when called. C. Joining the Canadian Armed Forces. D. Owning property in Canada. Answer: B. Jury duty is a civic responsibility of Canadian citizens. Unlike property ownership or mandatory military service, it is a legal obligation for citizens when summoned. Which Canadian province is officially bilingual under the Constitution? A. British Columbia. B. Quebec. C. New Brunswick. D. Ontario. Answer: C. New Brunswick is the only province that is constitutionally bilingual, recognizing both English and French as official languages. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms protects which of the following? A. Right to bear arms. B. Freedom of conscience and religion. C. Mandatory military service. D. Unlimited free healthcare abroad. Answer: B. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms guarantees fundamental freedoms, including freedom of conscience and religion. Canada does not guarantee firearm rights or healthcare abroad. Who represents the Crown in Canada at the federal level? A. The Prime Minister. B. The Speaker of the House of Commons. C. The Governor-General. D. The Chief Justice of Canada. Answer: C. The Governor-General is the Crown's representative in Canada, appointed by the King on the advice of the Prime Minister. What is the significance of July 1st in Canada? A. End of World War I. B. Canada Day, the birth of Confederation. C. Remembrance Day. D. Signing of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Answer: B. July 1st marks Canada Day, celebrating Confederation in 1867 when the first provinces united as one country. Which region of Canada is known for producing more than half of the country's wheat? A. The Atlantic Provinces. B. The Prairie Provinces. C. Northern Territories. D. The Pacific Coast. Answer: B. The Prairie Provinces, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba, are Canada's breadbasket, producing large amounts of wheat and grains. Which Indigenous group is primarily associated with Canada's Arctic region? A. Métis. B. First Nations. C. Inuit. D. Mohawk. Answer: C. The Inuit live mainly in Canada's Arctic regions, traditionally practicing hunting, fishing, and living in northern communities. What is the role of members of Parliament, MPs, in Canada? A. To appoint senators. B. To represent the people in their riding. C. To enforce provincial laws. D. To interpret the Constitution. Answer: B. MPs are elected to represent constituents in the House of Commons and participate in lawmaking. The Canadian Pacific Railway helped achieve which important goal in the 19th century? A. Ending the War of 1812. B. Connecting the East and West coasts. C. Gaining independence from Britain. D. Establishing free trade with the U.S. Answer: B. Completed in 1885, the Canadian Pacific Railway linked eastern Canada to British Columbia, uniting the country economically and politically. Which of the following is a symbol of Canada's heritage and is featured on the national flag? A. Beaver. B. Moose. C. Maple leaf. D. Polar bear. Answer: C. The red maple leaf is Canada's most recognized national symbol and is proudly displayed on the flag. Who has the right to apply for Canadian citizenship? A. Only permanent residents who served in the military. B. Any visitor who worked in Canada. C. Permanent residents who meet residency requirements. D. Anyone born in North America. Answer: C. To apply for citizenship, one must be a permanent resident, meet physical presence requirements, and fulfill other eligibility criteria. Which level of government is responsible for education in Canada? A. Federal. B. Provincial and territorial. C. Municipal. D. The Crown directly. Answer: B. Education falls under provincial and territorial jurisdiction, though standards and funding may vary across Canada. Which Prime Minister introduced the Official Languages Act in 1969? A. John A. Macdonald. B. Pierre Elliott Trudeau. C. Lester B. Pearson. D. Brian Mulroney. Answer, B. Pierre Elliott Trudeau's government passed the Official Languages Act, making English and French equal in federal institutions. What is the capital city of Canada? A. Toronto. B. Montreal. C. Ottawa. D. Vancouver. Answer, C. Ottawa, in Ontario, is Canada's capital and home to Parliament, the Supreme Court, and the Governor-General's residence. Who can vote in Canadian federal elections? A. Citizens aged 18 or older. B. Permanent residents aged 18 or older. C. Citizens aged 21 or older. D. Visitors who pay taxes. Answer, A. Canadian citizens aged 18 or older have the democratic right to vote in federal elections. Permanent residents and visitors cannot vote. Which Canadian province is the largest by land area? A. Alberta. B. Quebec. C. Ontario. D. British Columbia. Answer, B. Quebec is Canada's largest province by land area, while Ontario is the most populous. What is the significance of the phrase peace, order, and good government? A. Canada's national anthem. B. A guiding principle in the Constitution. C. The motto of the Canadian Armed Forces. D. A pledge taken during citizenship ceremonies. Answer, B. Peace, order, and good government reflects Canada's constitutional principles and parliamentary democracy. What is the final step in becoming a Canadian citizen? A. Passing a language test only. B. Signing the Constitution. C. Taking the oath of citizenship at a ceremony. D. Applying for a passport. Answer, C. The oath of citizenship, taken during a ceremony, is the final step in officially becoming a Canadian citizen. Which Canadian territory is known for having the world's highest tides at the Bay of Fundy? A. Yukon. B. Nunavut. C. Nova Scotia. D. Northwest Territories. Answer, C. The Bay of Fundy, located between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, has the highest tidal range in the world. Which Canadian province joined Confederation last in 1949? A. Newfoundland and Labrador. B. Prince Edward Island. C. Alberta. D. Manitoba. Answer, A. Newfoundland and Labrador became the 10th province to join Canada in 1949. Who was Canada's first Prime Minister? A. Pierre Trudeau. B. Lester Pearson. C. John A. Macdonald. D. Wilfrid Laurier. Answer, C. Sir John A. Macdonald was Canada's first Prime Minister, serving from 1867 to 1873, and again from 1878 to 1891. Which of the following is considered a civic responsibility of all Canadians? A. Learning a trade. B. Volunteering in the military. C. Obeying the law. D. Owning land. Answer, C. Obeying the law is a civic duty for all Canadians, alongside responsibilities like jury duty and voting. Which Canadian city is home to the largest French-speaking population outside of Paris? A. Quebec City. B. Montreal. C. Ottawa. D. Vancouver. Answer, B. Montreal is the second largest French-speaking city in the world after Paris. Who appoints the Prime Minister of Canada? A. The Governor-General. B. The Supreme Court. C. The citizens directly. D. The provincial premiers. Answer, A. The Governor-General formally appoints as Prime Minister the leader of the political party with the most elected members of Parliament. Which Canadian symbol was historically valued for its fur in the fur trade? A. Loon. B. Beaver. C. Caribou. D. Wolf. Answer, B. The beaver was central to Canada's fur trade history and remains a national symbol on coins and emblems.